And the only thing we're asking men to do is be better partners. And y'all have an issue with that.
The reason these conversations never get anywhere because you're never critical about women. Subscribe. Let's talk about it.
The reason why I'm so tough on men and not because I think we live in such an amazing time. You have so many beautiful, bright, hardworking women going to school, working, and who are taking care of their own, taking care of their kids, just amazing women. And the only thing we're asking men to do is be better partners. And y'all have an issue with that. And that's the reason why I say until we have a morality change in this country or within this generation, women should stop dating. Women should honestly stop dating, because what's the point if you have half of these men trying to pursue you just to sleep with you? Then you got the other half in long-term relationships with no intention to marry. Then you have the other half, the only intention is to impregnate you and co-parent. I'm not understanding. So unless someone is mutually interested in building a future with you and uplifting you and supporting you and being positive, and you don't know that, or you have to question that, it's not worth the risk. Every day I see someone's life being negatively.
So, we'll ignore the three halves that she mentioned, combined into a whole. We'll take what she's saying. The point of what men are often saying when we hear this about how you have all these amazing women doing all these amazing things, making their own money, buying their own homes, going to school, getting degrees, you always give women the ultimate amount of credit. You say nothing as if it comes across as they're completely angelic, and the problem is always going to be a male-focused one. Despite you having the same internet and you seeing women admit to themselves, admit online to the world, yeah, I was a piece of shit. Yeah, I did this man wrong. Yeah, I did this. I took him to court. I used this. Yeah, I screamed and said he did X, Y, and Z. He never touched me. He never did anything like that. I sent that man to jail. I ruined his life. I hit a man with a car. I shot him. I threw dynamite at him. I maimed him. You have so many instances of women behaving badly, yet you ignore that. This is why men look and say, okay, if we can't have any real accountability, a lot of the conversation doesn't need to go anywhere. If we can't first start and say, listen, we've done X, Y, and Z. The women I'm talking about, the ones that I see, I think that we make good partners. I'm curious as why they have not seemed to find someone to get along with. Now, instead of looking closely and examining that particular woman's life, how she might be in relationships, how she might present herself, I immediately throw the problem into your court and say, you fix it, you deal with it. Because I deem these women as valuable, you're the one that's lacking. If men did that, I would say, listen, all my boys I know, they're great men. They've got phenomenal jobs. They're up there. They're pillars of their community, their family. Why are they single? You look at me and say, that's their issue. It's their issue to work through and solve. We look at you and say the same thing. Present the friends. Let's go through your friends that you're actually claiming what's the issue. You can find, we all have issues. We all have reasons why things aren't working out with us. You just make the assumption that there got to be something wrong with the men because look at these fine specimen women. But if we look at it on the merits, on the average, we look at the median, especially we keep it black. Yeah, we have a weight issue. We have an overweight issue in the black community. A lot of women are obese, overweight, unattractive in that sort of sense. The delusion, the attitude that comes attached to that, where you ignore all your shortcomings, all the things that make you not viable partners, and you say, I'm still dope, I'm still great, I'm still amazing. This is part of the problem. You say you're a 10, but you got diabetes, or you're pre-diabetic, you're heavy, you're obese, you don't take care of yourself, you have multiple kids, multiple baby daddies, but you'll look at a woman like that and label her perfect. You'll label her, she's so great because she's getting her degree. You think she's beautiful. She's a 10 because she has the confidence. You don't want to dilute her confidence. And then you tell us, hey, this is a perfect specimen. When you don't care, when you don't look at what men actually value, you get to try and tell us that these women are top tier. By the fact that there's no men around them, or they haven't found themselves in that relationship with that type of guy they want, that should tell you, the market is telling you, you're in need of a correction. You don't have to adhere. You can keep your price high, but when you have too much inventory and it's not moving, then you get a chance to say, we may have an issue. But before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss new videos. Hype the video, share the video. We got some merch in store. Subscriber Sundays. Sunday, check that out, 7 p.m. Central Time. We try to keep it consistent, try to make sure we have a good time there. So listen, I'm using this video because it's very simple. We see so many women from all walks of life, and different races saying the very same thing. My friend is gorgeous, is beautiful. I can't understand why she's single. What's wrong with you guys? We don't know her relationship history. We just leave it at that. We don't know her relationship history. We don't know how she actually is in a relationship. We don't know what she's like on a date. You've never been on a date with her where you guys were actually going for attraction, where you were the opposite sex. Someone just met her. Someone just trying to get to know her. You don't know what that role is. You don't know how she is in that aspect. You haven't participated in that type of conversation. Everything you do when you talk about other women is through a lens of love. Love would never be to you critical and say, hey, you're wrong. You're kind of wrong here. This might be why we tend to not have an ability to talk to each other when we're trying to correct something and give you some sort of feedback. You feel like it's an attack. So what? The last thing you're going to do is attack another woman. So she's perfect. If that were the case, if all these women that you knew were so dope, so employed, so great, and all these things were so hypercritical to men, yeah, she wouldn't be single. She'd be taken off the market years ago. She'd be gone. If you were a woman like her, you'd be gone too. The circumstances are different. Life isn't that linear. Life isn't that simple. To put it on the backs of men and say, the problem is yours to solve. Something is wrong with you. You can keep doing it. The fact is, those decisions have got us to a place where, with the divide is here, you've clearly laid out your terms of surrender for men. Do these things and we'll grant you, we'll accept your surrender. And men are saying, no, right? You have a subset of men that are willing to surrender, willing to do anything that you want. The thing is, they've always been there. They've always been there, willing to surrender and do everything for you and pay all your bills. He just looks like a frog. He never saw 6 feet. He just looks like a frog. But that's not what you want. You want the best of the best to bend the knee towards you and say, you're the only one for me. Yet his actual history says nothing about that. He doesn't move like that. He understands the game. He understands where he sits very, very, very easily. But you keep assuming that you and your friends are so amazing, that something must be wrong. They're great catches. All men are going to say at this point, so you date them. You can date them. Listen, if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on the screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And if you listen to my voice now, you have not subscribed, I think you should. We're just trying to build something dope. See you in the next one.